And staying on with West Africa, let's turn our attention to Mali, where the junta has claimed to foil an alleged coup attempt. Dozens of soldiers, including 2 generals, have been arrested so far. Now, they have been accused of plotting the overthrow of the junta, which itself came to power through back-to-back coups. Now, these arrests come as the Malian army is struggling to counter terrorists and separatists. Since 2012, Mali has been racked with crises on various fronts. Terrorists linked to Al-Qaeda or Islamic State groups have been carrying out violent attacks across the Sahel nation. In 2020, the junta chief, General Assimi Goita, took power after deposing of the then president, Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, and the coup followed weeks of anti-government protests. Protesters accused Keita of failing to combat violent Islamist groups. Internal divisions within the new government led to a second coup in May of 2021. Now, this resulted in the accession of General Assimi Goita to the presidency of Mali, a role that he has occupied ever since. The new military junta promised to make the situation better and pledged to return to civilian rule soon. But neither of the two ever happened. In fact, the situation has just gotten worse. In May, the junta announced the dissolution of all political parties and organizations following rare anti-government protests. Even meetings were banned. Then in July, Goita extended his military rule for at least 5 more years without an election. Goita's rule has marked a turning point in Mali's relationship with the West. Just like its junta-led neighbors of Burkina Faso and Niger, Mali has broken ties with France and has turned to Russia for help in countering terrorist groups. However, the security situation has not improved as the junta had promised. Terrorist attacks have not only persisted, but have also increased. According to armed conflict location and event data, Islamist groups killed over 7,500 people in the Sahel in the first half of 2024. Earlier in June, an armed group called the JNIM killed more than 30 soldiers at a military base in Bokessi in central Mali. Meanwhile, the Malian army and its Russian mercenary allies are regularly accused of rights violations against civilians. In the face of rising terrorism, Mali's junta has intensified crackdown on political dissidents. Even former leaders of the country have not been spared. The junta has accused Mali's former prime ministers, Moussa Mara and Choguel Maïga, of harming the reputation of the state and of embezzlement. Now, the junta's outspoken critic, Mara, has been in detention since August the 1st, while Maïga is facing judicial sanctions. And now the junta is turning against its own people. Experts suggest that the spate of arrests within the army's ranks was a proof that Mali's junta is struggling to control the situation, both within the military government and the violence-hit country.